Okay, Andy. Good morning, everyone. So the last class I started constructor concept. I started anyway. Like this. Let me repeat once. So after completing blocks, we are entering into constructor. What is the basic difference between method and block? Means methods are executed on method call, but blocks are executed automatically without depending on block call. Means there is no concept of block call. It is executed automatically. Now constructor is coming into the class. Constructor comes under method category. So the point is constructor is a method having the same name of the class and executed while object creation, because the constructor call is available in object creation syntax that I written actually. Constructor is a method having the same name of the class and executed while object creation, because the constructor call is available in object creation syntax attached with new keyword. While declaring constructor, we must not use return type, because constructors will have class return type. Means already class name is coming there. You must not use return types. Now the syntax or structure will be class name followed by parameter list and body. It's a theory. Based on the parameters, constructors are categorized into two types. I written one program on zero parameter constructor. The constructors which are declared without parameters are known as zero parameter constructors, or constructors without parameters I written. So let me explain that once with the diagram. Demo constructor one. This is constructor because method having the same name of class. This is normal method. This is constructor call. This is your method call. It's a theory. Okay, right. Now I want to draw one diagram to show that where is the constructor call, where is the method call. Already we understood something there, but I'll present in one small flow. Okay, right. 5 minutes, a small program. Now class files here. So how many class files are there here? So one class file is display.class file. .class file. One is demo con1. Demo con1 dot class file. That is one main class. Now, so in the execution flow here, this is the execution flow. Always we take three blocks. Method area where class loads, heap area where object creates, Java stack area where methods are executed anyway. Method area, heap area, Java stack area. Now the first class loaded is main class anyway. Main class is democon1. The main class will have only one method, that is public static void main. Now the main method is copied onto Java stack area. Main method copied onto Java stack area. Now this is public static void main. The first line now, what is the first line now? Sir, display OB is equal to new display here. Display OB is equal to new display. Now in the process of creating object now, this one, in the process of creating object, first one address is created. No, yesterday I said now. First one address is created. First one address created here. New means one address created here. Now execution control will look for the class display on method area. So class display not there. So it will specify, means it will send the information to loader to load that display class. Now display class is loaded. Imagine display class is loaded. When the display class is loaded, the display class is having one constructor is there and one method is there. One constructor is there, one method is there. Now, once the loading has been completed, object creation process started. Object creation process started. While object creation process, the constructor will come out. The constructor will come out. This is constructor. So the constructor will come out here. Constructor will come out. When the constructor comes out now, it will go for execution directly. When the constructor come out, it go for execution directly. So constructor comes out, go for execution directly. The constructor will go for execution directly. It's a method, no? Right. Sir, block different. Block will come out directly. Then why display method is coming out? Why constructor? Block means it will go automatically executed. Why that constructor is coming? Why constructor is coming means here only method call is there. Sorry. Here only constructor call is there. New operator says that I am attached with the constructor call. So I am creating object, no? While object creation only, if you find any constructor, if that constructor is having a call, bring out. If it is having a call, bring out. That's the meaning. New operator will say. New operator meaning is create object. While object creation, for me, one constructor call is there. If you find any constructor call, means related to this call, any constructor is there, bring out and send for execution directly. So that the execution will happen. So constructor will come out directly. With the same number 1, it comes out. Directly it comes out. And the output will come. And the output will come. So as if like method frame only. Constructor frame is method frame only. Now once execution completed, constructor execution completed. So because of this reason, your materials will write constructor is executed while object creation this is. Because object creation is going on now. Still object creation is going on. They'll write while object creation constructor is executed. The reason, in the object creation only constructor call is there. So constructor is coming out and executing. That's the meaning. Executed, destroyed already. Now, after this one, the method will come. After constructor execution completed, then the method will come. Void display, the method will come. Now, void display, the method will come now. Now, method. The method will come out. The method will come. After method comes now, method call not there, no? It waits in the object. That only concept. The method will come and get the memory and wait in the object. So somebody has to call that method. For that method call not there. For constructor also came there, but constructor call is there, constructor went. But method call not there in the object creation syntax. So method is waiting there. It's a concept. So what happened now? Method you wait here, for you call not there in the object creation process. We are loading the address location onto this variable. So the address is loaded onto variable. Loaded onto variable. Now the method is waiting in the object, but constructor executed. Understood this point now? But constructor executed, but method is waiting in the object. Why constructor executed? Means the constructor is having a call in object creation process. Why method is waiting? Method call not available in the object creation process. That's a theory. Now you call the method now. Now I am calling the method. So I am calling this method separately. ob.dis. I am calling the method. Now call the method display which belongs to ob. Then control will go and finds the method. After finding the method, then the method will come out for execution. Then the method will come for execution. That's a theory. The method is come out for execution. Hope you understood, I think. Then method is coming. All of you understood this? Right. Now, sir, I want to call constructor once again. Sir, I want to call one constructor once again from the same object. Not possible. Understood this statement now? For the same object, you cannot call constructor for the second time. Because constructor execution over. New operator execution over. So object creation over. Constructor runs only once. Sir, can I call the method once again? Yes, you can call it. Because method is there only. The method is there. If you want to call the method once again, you can call it. No restriction for you. ob.display, you can call. You can call this method any number of times because the method is waiting there. You can call it. If you want, you can call it, but you cannot call constructor. So what you observe here now, constructor is one-time executable component for one object creation. For one object creation, constructor executes how many times now? Only once, because new operator is attached with that constructor call. But what about method now, sir? Method can be called any number of times because the method is available in the object. I can call it. If you are calling this method once again, the method will come out. You can call that method any number of times without restriction. You can call it. You can call that method any. VLC player stored in C drive. Any times you can call it. Today I want to on VLC player. VLC player is stored in C drive somewhere. I can double click and on it. After execution, I can cancel it. Means whenever I double click, the VLC player is coming to RAM for execution. Whenever I cancel it, it is destroyed from the RAM but restored to C drive. That's a concept. Whenever I want, again I can run it. The same way, method also. The methods will come to Java stack area, executes, but original copy available in the object or original copy available in the class 2 locations. They can be available there. You can call the methods any number of times, but constructor only once for one object creation. Sir, if I create second object creation, again the constructor will run. Because in the second object creation, new operator will come now. Understood this point now? In the second object, if I create second object, what about constructor? Constructor will run. Why constructor is running? For second object, again new operator is coming now. For second object, again new operator is coming. Again new object, new constructor running. That's the concept. For one object creation, the constructor runs only once. So here, let me finish out that. You can call this method once again. No restriction. You can call it. If you want to call, you can call. I called this method for 2 times on demand. You can call it. You can call this method for 2 times. Understood now? Method can be called any number of times. Method can be called any number of times. Sorry, if I call this method, you can call it ob.dis. You can call the method any number of times. Whatever. Demo con1.java. Constructor came only once, but instance method you can call any number of times. All of you understood this statement? Right. So because your others will write constructor executed while object creation, because constructor call is available in the object creation syntax. Clear, right? Write it. What is the difference between, here I'll draw, the diagram will be added for you. Now, FAQ, they'll ask, what is the difference between constructor and method? Constructor and method, but I am writing instance method. Constructor and instance method. What is the difference between constructor and instance method? Constructor and instance method. Sir, why they will ask this question to me? Look here. Class is holding, look here. Class is holding variable, method, block, constructor. Constructor is coming under method, right? If it is under method, constructor executed while object creation. Instance method also related to object only, because it is getting the memory in the object, no? Because they'll compare that. What is the difference between instance method and constructor? The answer must be there. Constructor executed while object creation, but instance method executed after object creation. One is while object creation, one is after object creation. Make a statement. Here, constructor executed while object creation. Constructor executed while object creation, but instance method executed after object creation. After object creation. Constructor executed while object creation, but instance method executed after object creation. After object creation. Hope you know the terms while and after, I think, right? While means when the execution is going on. When the object creation is going on. After means after object creation has been completed, then we are calling the constructor. Right. Now look here. Constructor is executed only once for one object creation. For one object, the constructor runs only once. But method can be executed any number of times from the same object. Means you can call that method and you can execute it. Make a statement. Constructor is executed. Constructor is executed only once. Constructor is executed only once. Only once. Constructor is executed only once for one object creation. Only once for one object creation. Constructor is executed only once for one object creation, but the method can be executed. But the method can be executed. Can be executed any number of times. Any number of times. But the method can be executed any number of times from the same object. Constructor is executed only once for one object creation, but the method can be executed any number of times from the same object. Any number of times from the same object. In the diagram it is available, no? Right. You can call it any number of times. Sir, if I want to execute constructor once again, you have to create the second object. If you create the second object only, constructor will run. Right. Second object means one more object creation, one more new operator, and so on. For one object creation, the constructor runs only once. So point. Now, look here. Sir, in this program now, demo constructor 2.java demo constructor 2.java. Suppose here method not there. I am removing the display method. I removed the display method. I am calling this display method. I am calling display method, but display method is not there. Observe this point now. Error will come, will not come. Error will come, will not come. Sir, error must come. So compilation error. Compilation error. Cannot find symbol ob.das. Symbol means method das. For you also, errors will come with explanation. But the students will not read the errors. That will explain you actually. If you read that lines carefully for 5 minutes, you only can rectify actually. See, I cannot find symbol das means I cannot find das. Symbol means one method. It is giving clarity to me. Compiler is giving the text to me actually. The clarity is available there only. The method is not available in your program. That is the error. I asked compiler, why you given that error? According to the language rule, you cannot call one method which is not available. Display method is not available. How can you call it? That is an error. Okay. I must not call one method which is not available. I must not call one method which is not available. I removed the method. I removed the method call. So error not there. So only constructor is there. Constructor will come out. Okay, right. Now constructor also one method category. No, I'll remove this constructor method. I'll remove. I will remove this constructor method. So here no constructors. Right? So I am calling one constructor now here. According to the language, error should come. According to the language rule, error should come there. Because I am calling one method. This is also method only. Constructor also method only. I am calling one method. The method not there. According to the language rule, error should come. But error will not come. Compiler will not give error. Then I asked compiler, why you not give an error? You only set the rule to me. I must not call one method which is not available. Constructor also method. Constructor method not available in the class. I am calling. Why you are not giving error? Then the compiler is saying that I only added the method. I only added the constructor. Understood this point now? What is the name of that constructor? The compiler is saying that name of that constructor is default constructor. I am only adding one constructor known as what now? Default constructor. Make it. Define default constructor FAQ. Define default constructor. Define default constructor. Define default constructor. The constructor without parameters. The constructor without parameters. The constructor without parameters added by the compiler. By the compiler at compilation stage. The constructor without parameters. The constructor without parameters added by the compiler at compilation stage is known as default constructor. Default constructor. The constructor without parameters added by the compiler at compilation stage is known as default constructor. So compiler is going to add one constructor without parameter known as default. Then we will ask, in what situation you will add that default constructor? I must know, because I am the program writer, I am the constructor, I am the owner of this program. In middle you are coming and adding some code. I should know, no, which one you are adding. If I don't know, how I'll have a grip on my program, because I am the owner of this program. I am the code creator. I am the code writer. In the middle you are coming and adding the code means I must have information. Why you are involving in my code writing? You must give information to me. So say that situation to me. In what situation default constructor will come? Give the information to me, so that as a code writing, I can take the help of you. Got it right? Then they will ask a question. In what situation default constructor is added? That's one question for you. FAQ. In what situation default constructor is added? In what situation default constructor is added? In what situation default constructor is added? Look here. When the compiler is saying that compiler at compilation stage finds any class declared without any constructors, then the compiler will add default constructor. If we declare one class without constructor, it has default. Up to now, before constructor chapter comes, all the programs what you written in that constructors are not available, but error did not give. The reason compiler only added default constructor, because error not there. Right? Make a statement. The compiler at compilation stage finds any class declared without any constructors. The compiler at compilation stage finds any class declared without any constructors, then default constructor is added. Default constructor is added. The compiler at compilation stage finds any class declared without any constructors, then default constructor is added. The default constructor is added. All of you understood this? Okay, right. Now see there. Now anyway, if I declare one class without any constructor, here default constructor will come. So constructor not there anyway, no answer will come. Means in the default constructor empty body will be there. Empty body. So no answer will come. Okay, fine sir. Suppose this is constructor. Right. So I added one constructor, the constructor output will come anyway. Now the question is, if I declare one constructor with return type, what happens, sir? If I declare one constructor with a return type, what happens? I want to know, sir. Understood this point now, right? Suppose by mistake I written void here. I don't know the rules, I written void. Sir, what happens? Let us see. Return type only, no. The return type means void means non-return type method, but adding something. Okay, right. Okay. Now, error not there. Then I ask the compiler, why you not provided error for me? Then the compiler is saying that when you add one return type, we will consider that as a normal method. We will consider it as what method now? Normal method. It is no more constructor. If it is a normal method, you have to call with object name. If it is a normal method, you have to call with object name. So can I call it? Compiler says call it. Try it. If you have a doubt, try it. I am calling like a normal method. I am trying like a normal method. Answer is coming or not now? So, if we declare one constructor with return type, what happens? The constructor will become normal method and you have to call that method after object creation. Right? Make a question. Right. Can we declare constructor with return type? Return type. Can we declare constructor with a return type? Answer is yes. Yes. Actual rule is you must not write it. But if you write it, it is considered as a normal method. That point you speak in the interview. Answer is yes. Yes. We can declare constructor with return type. But it is considered as normal method and executed after object creation. Executed after object creation. After object creation. If anybody asks this question, you speak it. Right? If I remove this return type, it comes under constructor. Executed while object creation. If I add some return type, it becomes normal method executed after object creation. Now I am running here. Why error is coming now? The reason, this display method converted as an constructor. Then why you are calling? You must not call the constructor object after object creation. Can we call constructor after object creation? Means answer is no. We cannot call it. Because constructor execution happened in the while object creation only. We cannot call it. So error is coming here. You cannot call it. Now it became one constructor. You understood this statement, right? Okay. Now, instance block yesterday. Do you remember? Instance block is executed while object creation. Constructor also executed while object creation. Both definitions that only know, right? Then what is the difference between instance block and constructor? One question is there. Make it effective. what is the difference between instance block and constructor? What is the difference between instance block and constructor? What is the difference between instance block and constructor? Look here. Actually, both are executed while object creation, but one should have the highest priority. Both cannot come out now. Any one only should come to the Java stack area. Both cannot come into Java stack area. Any one should come. Now, who will come in? Constructor will come first. Instance block will come first. Instance block, how many of you raise your hands roughly? Right. Constructor, how many of you raise your hands? Remaining all neutral. So, instance block will come first. The reason, block has highest priority, no? Constructor is a method, no? Right. Method and block, who is having highest priority now? Block has highest priority. I said no. Instance block executed with highest priority while object creation. So definitely instance block should come first. So definitely instance block should come first. See that? I am writing one instance block. So I am keeping one instance block here. Now, while execution, instance block is coming first. So both components, means instance block and constructor, both components are executed while object creation, but instance block is having highest priority in execution than constructor. That is the answer from you. Correct. Make it. Both components are executed while object creation. Both components are executed while object creation, but instance block is executed. Instance block is executed with highest priority than constructor. Highest priority than constructor. Both components are executed while object creation, but instance block is executed with highest priority than constructor. If anybody asked why, means block has highest priority than method. So constructor comes under method category, no? Right. All of you clear this point? Right. Okay. Now they will ask it. What about static block? Make it. What is the difference between static block and constructor? What is the difference between static block and constructor? What is the difference between static block and constructor? So static block means class level, yes or no? Static block executes while class loading. Constructor means while object creation. Both are in different areas actually. But still they will ask it. One common point is there for both. The common point is static block executes only once while class loading. Constructor also executes only once for one object creation. So both the common point is executing only once. Constructor is also one-time executable component for one object creation. Static block is one-time executable component while class loading. That's a common point. Because of this reason, we never use instance blocks. We use constructors generally. Any trainer and after me, advanced Java trainer or Spring trainer, web service trainer, they will speak on constructors and blocks and they'll start the classes actually. Again, they'll give a revision. All the trainers, they'll give a revision again. Variable, method, block, constructor, they'll make a revision. Introduction classes, they'll say, no, in that introduction classes, they'll speak it. They'll give me a revision because these four are the pillars for your language. Variable, method, block, constructor. Clarity must be there. One joke is there in the market already. Sir, I completed core Java, but I don't know constructor. That is joke only. Why it is a joke means, core Java means first concept is object-oriented programming concept. The flavor is that only. If you are sitting in a core Java class, object-oriented flavor is coming. Go and sit in C language, object flavor not there. Data types, for loops, while loops, something they'll do. Their world different. But when you come to Java, daily you have to speak about object, JVM, heap area, Java stack here like this. Our environment is different. Our world will be different because of don't speak to C people. Any C friends are there, don't speak to them. They'll confuse you. Because your world different. Because your loading is method area, heap area. Where is method area? Not there. It is the imaginary set. Developer imaginary set, that is virtual. Virtual means which do not exist. Permanent not there. One virtual imaginary set because the headache will come. Why Java is very hard means student has to maintain one virtual imaginary set daily. RAM word not coming. ROM word not coming. C drive word not coming. What is coming daily? Method area, heap area, Java stack area. Where they are means they are not physical existence. No, it is on virtual memories. Means we are imagining one locations. There only the students will not understand Java. Why means they will not maintain the virtual imaginations, maximum people. When they cannot maintain, they cannot understand it. So because of this reason, there is more difference will be there with other languages and Javas. In Java, daily we have to imaginate something. Now we are imagining one already. Object created in one location, class loaded in one location. They are coming for execution to one location. They are all imaginary parts only. Nothing but virtual parts which do not exist. That's the point. So there is common point available in the static block and constructor is both are executed only once. Make it. Static block is one time executable component. One time executable component while class loading. Static block is one time executable component while class loading. While class loading. Constructor also one time executable component, one time executable component. Constructor also one time executable component while object creation. While object creation. Constructor also one time executable component while object creation means one object. Second object again it runs. That is a different issue. So these are the few points about your static block. Suppose if I add one static block here in this program. I'm adding one static block here. This is static block. Static block. Right. Now, which one is executed first now? Which one is executed now? That three are there now. Static block is there, instance block is there, constructor is there. Now, what is the first answer now? Because class loading first. Static block execution over. After that, object creation starts. While object creation, who will come first now? Instance block. Then constructor. That is the order. Okay, right. If I run this program, I used plus somewhere. Why they are running cameras, I don't know. If they want to show their faces, they can come to the classroom directly, no? I will not ask them to. Please switch off the mobile, don't. And career courses, no, students should have the common sense. Because we never waste the time of one or two students. Understood this? Because I never ask them. Close the camera, don't speak it. They are all grown up, no? You are all yes or no, na? If it is a LKG, don't make noise, sit there and say. Career course, no? Career means life course. If life course, one or two people will be there. We leave them and we'll be busy with our syllabuses. Because of one or two people, we never wait. Right? They will not change themselves. That will be going on, we'll be going on. So life will not wait for them, no? Going on. Some people will be interested, we'll be teaching them and we'll be going on. Because like graduation trainers, we never speak to them. Because subject people know we know the worth of time and subject we know already. So because of one or two people, we never wait. Whether he's listening or not, I don't know. Maximum people will not listen and they are all the mobile phones and they'll go somewhere. Right. Okay. Look here. Now this is. Because I only sometimes see the camera and I'll off it, but I will not ask them. If any admins are there, they have to speak it. And I must not speak small things. Right? Can I go forward? Right. Okay. Now static block and constructor. Hope you got these questions. All are important questions there. Okay, right. Now here, this program will be copied anyway under this with output. One example program. Now, demo constructor 2.java. This is a program I written. And the output is order will come. Okay. Next is parameterized constructor. Make it. Second one is there, no? Constructors with parameters. Star mark IMP. Constructors with parameters. I'll on off this. Now, the constructors which are declared with parameters. The constructors which are declared with parameters are known as parameterized constructors are constructors with parameters. The constructors which are declared with parameters are known as parameterized constructors or constructors with parameters. Constructors with parameters. Look here. Now, I will take one program here. DemoCon 3, I will take it. DemoCon 3. This is one main class. Here, I'll take one class. Any one class, no? Constructor test, C test. I am taking one subclass. Now, constructor with parameters. Yes or no? The constructor with parameter. Constructor is a method actually. Means flavor of method. So it is not method. Method means executed after object creation. This method is executed while object creation. Constructor is taking the name of class because your starting letter capital is now. Somebody is asking no in online. Here starting letter capital, the reason class name. Methods must start with lowercase no. Yes or no? Right. Why your capital is coming means taking the class name. So constructor is a method, but method is not a constructor. So constructor comes under one category of method, means behavior is a method. So for this call is needed, constructor is having a call. There only we are matching with the method. So here class name capital, here capital will come. Right. Okay. Previously constructor do not have parameter. Now you can have parameter. Okay. Right. Now. Here I am displaying. So system.out.println. So this is one constructor. This is one constructor. C test of X roughly like this. Now system.out.println. The value X is equal to plus X. Understood this point now, right? Okay. Now I am creating object now. I am creating object. Now C test OB2 is equal to new C test. Here I'll pass the parameter because this is constructor call. While method call only we pass the parameter, no? Here also, while constructor call we pass the parameter. Observe or not now, everybody? So this 23 will be copied onto X. This is parameter passing. So when we want to pass parameters to parameterized constructors, we pass parameters while object creation because in object creation constructor call is there. Now the answer will be 123. The answer will come. Constructor coming. Answer is coming, no? Right. Suppose I had one more constructor here. Into Y comma into Z. I had one more constructor, no? Right? First constructor with one parameter, second constructor 2 parameters. Right. Now system dot out dot println the constructor C test of y comma z. Now system dot out dot println the value of y. Just I am printing the output and just I am saying that the information is a class can have any number of constructors, no restriction. No, there is a information through this program. Like this. Now, there are two constructors available for us. One is with a single parameter, one is with two parameters. Yes or no? No. Right. Now, while object creation, I am calling constructor with a single parameter, two parameters are. Here, how many parameters I am passing now? Only one. So, two constructors are executed now, only one constructor is executed now. Which one is executed? Only one. So, constructor call with one parameter. So, constructor is executed on constructor call. Two constructors are there also. Which constructor you are calling, that constructor only will come. Remaining constructor will not come. Actually, see there? That constructor only will come here. If I run it, only that constructor is coming. Sir, I want to call the second constructor. Pass two parameters. Understood or not now? If we call second constructor will come. If I pass second constructor, means if I call second constructor will come. So what you observed here, a class can be declared with any number of constructors, but constructor is executed based on the constructor call. Based on the constructor call. So when you want to pass parameters now, we are passing parameters while object creation process. That's the information to you. Suppose in this, sir, I want to call two constructors at a time. Not at a time, for now. Whenever you want to call one more constructor, you create one more object. C test OB3. C test OB3 is equal to new C test of some 234, 567 roughly. Now this is constructor call with two parameters. Two separate objects, no? Yes or no? For that object OB2, we are calling one constructor with a single parameter. For object 3, we are calling one constructor with two parameters. Now, two objects are created, two constructors output will come. Coming or not now? Sir, create one object here, C test OB1 is equal to new C test without any parameters. This constructor call for 0 parameter, yes or no? Now your 0 parameter constructor available or not available? 0 parameter constructor available or not available? Not available. If it is not available, default constructor will come or will not come? Will come or will not come? Constructor will come or will not come? In what situation default constructor will come? The compiler at compilation stage finds any class declared without any constructors, then default constructor will come. Now in that class, constructors are available or not available? Available or not available? Available. So default constructor will come or will not come? Will come or will not come? Will not come. Some people said will come. No, sir. 10 minutes back class we cannot remember, sir. After 2 days you don't ask questions, sir. We cannot remember anything. Just now I said the rule or not now? Rule is what now? If a class not declared with any constructors, default constructor will come. But your class is having 2 constructors, no. So default constructor will not come. When the default constructor is not coming, error. So that object 1 error is coming or not? See the explanation now. No suitable constructor found for C test of no arguments. There is no constructor. I found 2 constructors giving a report to me. Constructor ctest dot ctest of int not applicable. I found 1 constructor there with int parameter. I tried. It is not working. I found 1 more constructor ctest dot ctest int comma int. It also not applicable. I tried. Finally, I am giving a report to you. There is no constructor with 0 parameters. Then I'll ask the compiler, you can add 0 parameter? No. Then the compiler, no. The rule is for me, when there are no constructors, I will add it. But already given 1 class with 2 constructors, you only should add 0 parameter. Understood this point now? To overcome this error, we are adding the constructor. To overcome this error, we are adding 0 parameter with empty block. Observe this point or not now? So whenever I added this now, so error will go because compiler finds 3 constructors for 3 objects. Understood this point now, right? If I run it, it will come. All of you got this point now, right? See there. Now the statements here. The constructors which are declared with parameters are known as parameterized constructors or constructors with parameters. Make it. We pass parameters to the parameterized constructors. We pass parameters to the parameterized constructors. We pass parameters to the parameterized constructors while object creation. While object creation, because constructor call is available in object creation syntax. We pass parameters to the parameterized constructors while object creation because constructor call is available in object creation syntax. Right. I am loading this example program demo constructor 4.java. 4 or 3. Right. So for this one small diagram, the reason 3 constructors, 3 objects are there. Conclusion. Okay, right. 3 constructors are there. 3 objects I created just for idea purpose. Because next string is coming. Next chapter string means after that packages, ID, Eclipse, and string will come. Maybe Saturday and Monday string will come. The string will come inside with 15 constructors because the training is going on. The string will come inside with 15 constructors. Come. It carry and come with 15 constructors, not 1 or 2, only 15 constructors are there in the string chapter. So before that, if you have idea on this constructors and so on, you can work more efficiently with the strings generally. So we are trying to give the clarity here. Execution flow of above program. Today is Wednesday, no? Right. Thursday, Friday packages, Saturday introduction of string will come inside anyway. 2 days packages will be there. Right. How many class files now? Sir, 2 class files. One with ctest.class file. One is demo con 3.class file. This is one main class. Right, look here. Method area, heap area, because 3 objects should come, no? Heap area and Java stack area anyway. Java stack area. Anyway, main class is loaded. You know, no, already. Main class is having only one method, that is main method. Main method is copied onto Java stack. Sir, main method is copied onto Java stack. So public static void main. What is the first method, sir? You know, ctest ob1 is equal to new ctest. So execution starts like this. Ctest ob1 is equal to new ctest, like this. Now new means one address is created here. 0x111, one address created. Now you have to create object for ctest class. Ctest class is not available there. Then the ctest class is loaded. Now that ctest class is loaded with 3 constructors. One is ctest without parameter. One is ctest with single parameter. One is ctest with 2 parameters. So 3 constructors, no? Right. Now the constructors will come based on the constructor call. Constructors will come based on the constructor call only, they will come, right? Okay. Now object creation started. Imagine object creation started. When the object creation started here now there are constructors are there anyway. Of course, they are not, I written in the order actually. You can call any one constructor, right? Now the execution control will say that When all our constructors are there, bring only one constructor who is having the call. Now, who is having the call now? Sir, new C test. This is one constructor call. So, which constructor will come out now? Sir, the constructor with 0 parameter, the constructor will come. That constructor will come out first. So I called this constructor is coming. Now this constructor will go for execution. This constructor do not have any lines are not available. Empty body, no, right. When the empty body is executed, no output will come. It will come and destroy. Output not there because no lines are available there. Just for it will come and destroys. It comes and destroys. I drawn wrongly again. This is one object creation, no? Only one object, no. For one object, one constructor only executed. I forget it. Okay, right. Now, for this object, which constructor is there? This constructor is there. That constructor is executed. In the object 1, no output because 0 parameter constructor. That is object 1. For one object, only one constructor is executed. No, only one constructor came. Now we are creating second object now. Second object means C test OB2 is equal to new C test. I written some value 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now new means one address is created again. Here new means one address is created. One more address is created, new. 0x222. After that, C test class already there, no? Right, already there. So which constructor is having a call now? Sir, the constructor with the 2 parameters. So this constructor will come out. The constructor with the 2 parameters, that constructor will come out. C test of X. Now only one constructor will come. Now the constructor should go for execution anyway. The constructor will go for execution. Here, C test sum int X. This constructor gone for execution here. When the constructor came for execution, it takes parameter. This 123 is passed as parameter. Like your method only, you are passing one parameter. Then the output will come. Yes or no? Right. So the output will come here. Constructor executed. Now, after constructor execution completed, this frame destroyed, this address location is loaded onto OB2. So for one object, one constructor only running. Observed or not now? So one object. Now I am creating one more. So that is C test. C test. OB3 is equal to new C test of, here some value is there. Some 234, 567. 234 and 567. Sir, this is also one constructor call. So among that, which constructor means this one? Anyway, now first you have to create one address. 0x333. I am creating one more object. For this object, this constructor will come. Here, C test y comma z. This is 4 or 5, I think. 5. Anyway, you understood, I am completing. Now the constructor will come out for execution. This is 5 going there. Now parameter passing you understood anyway, but I'll finish off it. Right. Now the output will come. Understood now? Right. For one object, one constructor is running. Observe now. Sir, can I run more constructors for same object? Means possibility is there through inheritance. We do that concept. Okay, right. For same object running more than one constructor we do in inheritance process. For now, one object, one constructor call. That's the information to you. So this is destroyed. After this, this address location is copied onto OB3. This address location is copied onto OB3. All of you understood this? Right. So each constructor, one object call only. Sorry. For one object creation, one constructor call. So this is the diagram for you. So just for giving information, the class can be declared with any number of constructors. A class can be declared with any number of constructor, but constructor is executed based on the constructor call. For one object, you can call how many constructors means only one constructor you can call it. That's the information. Right. Make a shading like this, star mark. Be multiple constructors in a class. Multiple constructors in a class. The class can be declared with any number of constructors. The class can be declared with any number of constructors without restriction. No restriction for you. Without restriction, and the constructor is executed based on constructor call. The class can be declared with any number of constructors without restriction. Without restriction, you write but the constructor is executed based on constructor call. So multiple constructors are there also, you can call one constructor only. So based on the constructor call. So same program only anyway for this. Right, all of you got one idea? Right, okay. Tomorrow can I conclude it now? Right, tomorrow's conclusion is advantage of constructor. Why other given constructor to us? Already method is there now. So why given one constructor while object creation? What is the advantage of constructor? Tomorrow the class will be started. Right, after that, through constructor, we are going to initialize some instance variable. The statement will come. After that, one object can be initialized in how many ways? 3 ways will be there. One program we record it, right? With that, you'll get one idea. What is that constructor? We'll make a revision, right? Okay. After that, 1 or 2 assignments will be given by tomorrow based on constructors. After now, concept is running. So what is constructor running? Based on that, 1 or 2 assignments will be given by tomorrow to you. Okay, right? Based on constructor. Already you had a branch check. One program solution you are waiting. I only stopped that solution because string chapter is coming. Through that string again, the branch comes under string. No, I can do more actions on the string through string chapter because I stopped that there. I'm continuing with the syllabus. Tomorrow assignment will be on constructors. First half an hour to 40 minutes constructor will be ended. Then we are introducing packages by tomorrow to you. We have to start packages. Tomorrow Thursday we have to start packages. And the day after tomorrow Friday, packages must be completed with IDE Eclipse. That's a plan. If we complete that only, by Saturday we can have introduction to string chapter. That's a plan. So by Saturday, you'll be running one string program using IDE Eclipse. And Monday onwards, we increase the level in strings with logical programming again. Already logical programming is waiting now. While loop and so on. That all will come inside with combination of strings. So next week will be strings, wrapper classes, references, and inheritance. That is for next week program. Got it right? So this week we are going to end the week by giving introduction to strings and changing your IDE is there now. Your edit plus will go. Within tomorrow it will go. And IDE will come. Eclipse training will be started. Got it right? That you are going to learn this week. That's a plan for today's week. Take a break. Thank you very much for today.